We have a special treat for you here today. This is a World War II German military-issued telephone. There were three main kinds of telephones. There were field telephones, these bunker telephones, and there was also like a desk telephone that had an actual dial. I don't have one of those here today. But we're going to take a look at these, see what's inside of them. There's no actual telephone unit in this one. It's just the empty case. These are what were carried in trenches, in the combat zones. They were Bakelite for the most part, with metal components. When you open it up, this is typically where the handset would be positioned. This is like something a veteran brought back and they were tinkering with them, maybe repairing them or something. These were brought back a lot of souvenirs. I think they even were put to use on the farm by veterans after the war. So here is a handset, military issue. It's got the 1939 date stamped in there, probably heat stamped in there. It's got an obviously replacement, more modern rubber coated cord. There's the button to talk. There should be a ring right there. A lot of stuff missing. They would overhaul these a lot and use them for spare parts. There's another handset. Here's one of the earpiece covers, Bakelite. Bakelite came in different colors, usually brown, black, reddish brown. You can see there's where the crank would go, or different wires. I think these got hot, so they had vents to let the heat out, or moisture perhaps out. I think they might have had a bell to where you could hear if it's ringing, if it's closed. They had like kind of like a speaker. There's another, that's the position for the crank right there. They also had shoulder straps. This is how you would hook up the shoulder strap, these two things here. Pretty heavy duty. These were made to be used and beat up and kicked around. Yep, you can see there's a hinge there, like a replacement screw. Looks like they cut out that right there. That's not supposed to be there like that. When you open it up, there's a metal plate with the wiring diagram. Farben, that means colors in German. Weiß, Rot, Gelb, Rot. There's another diagram there with the fuses. Yep, what's got in there? Some more maker marks. Can't really make that out. Pretty dirty. You can see there's the phonetic codes right there, kind of like how we have Alpha, Bravo, Charlie. They have Nord Pole, North Pole, Anton, Martha, Zeppelin, Wilhelm, Schule, school. German World War II. You might wonder why that's there. For some of the younger people, these things right here were invented in like the 50s or 60s, I think. And they're like these little label makers. And people thought these were the coolest thing ever, so they just labeled the hell out of everything. So yeah, I can just imagine the veteran in his free time labeling that puppy up there. So here we have the bunker telephone. This would be for like a permanent fortification or a bunker, a gun emplacement, kind of like in D-Day on Normandy, the coast. They had the big concrete fortifications and tunnels and everything. The handset is the same handset that would be used for any of them. This one's in really nice condition, dated 1944. So I needed to get, this is one that I bought separately because all this stuff I got together in a group. So this thing's very heavy. There's a phonetic thing again. Here's like a data plate on the back, 1944, DED. That's probably a 3-letter code. The German Arms Ministry had 3-letter codes to designate the different makers to avoid Allied strategic bombing, so they wouldn't know who was making what. There's a whole list of all those codes, by the way. There's another wiring diagram. You got some rubber bumpers. You got the feet there. That's where the crank would go. I do not have a crank. So let's open this puppy up here. So I can do it. You got these two little teeth right here you got to depress. So we can do this here. There you go. See, it's on a hinge. All right. All kinds of good stuff in it. This thing hasn't been opened in forever, obviously. It's got a very distinct smell to it, kind of like a formaldehyde type of smell, which is what Bakelite smells like. It's kind of like old electrical stuff with Bakelite. You got the bell there, little Bakelite piece. You got these doodads here, I don't know what they are. There's probably a lot of these have the maker logos and stuff on there, codes, technical abbreviations and numbers and everything. Sometimes there'll be a big old eagle and swastika on these, like on radio tubes too. Sometimes you'll see. Sometimes you'll see Wehrmacht, where they're marked Wehrmacht property, German Armed Forces property. Got some spider eggs in there. CH2601. A lot of times there'll be mold numbers and maker marks impressed into the Bakelite. So you got the hinge there. Got the magneto type of deal. I don't know how these actually work where I can explain. Maybe somebody can make a video about that. Yep, you don't run into the bunker telephones quite as often. And there are post-war ones. So here you have the different lines. So you'd have them labeled to where your different phone lines are running to, other places. So how these handsets work, now that I have this open, you have this here, those different plugs for the different lines. Again, dated 1944, same as the phone, so it's good that I got matching numbers there. Pretty well made. A lot of times these are all busted up and broken, but they're held together with screws so they can be taken apart and serviced. So yeah, that would just plug right in there. Plug it in, boy. Yep, something going right there. And you can take it out, put it in something else. And you can see where they have the cord come out the bottom. There's like a channel for it here. Yep. So this cord right here. Okay, trying to figure out what's okay. So this is something separate they usually don't have. So the cord will usually come out of there for the handset, but this thing here is something that I got in with the group of these. I've never seen these anywhere. I've been collecting like forever, since I was a little kid, and I've never seen one of these actual pieces of apparatus. I think this is a external battery box, external junction box. See, all dirty in there. You see this maker mark a lot, that little thing right there. So yeah, different lines, and then you would have the spliced wire going in there, and you would unscrew these to put the wire in. I think that's for the battery. They had these batteries. I've seen reproductions of them with paper wrappers. I think I've even seen originals, and they have a big old eagle and swastika. Okay, I was wondering if this modern battery, no, it's more of like a rectangular square type of battery went in there. So yeah, this is some kind of external junction box, and I guess you could hang it on the wall. So yep, that's pretty much everything. We'll take a look at the handset here again. Let's see what's inside this puppy. Okay, so there's the earpiece. Siemens, the electrical company, they were in business back then. 1944, 900 watt, something or other. I think these have like sand kind of stuff in them. I really don't know how these work as far as, they also have like a diaphragm that moves to like translate your voice. I always wondered what a person would sound like. Maybe I'll have a video getting these working. I need some wire though. There's something missing. There's something that should go there. I used to have one of them. It's kind of like a funnel type of shape to fit in there. So yeah, I'm missing a piece. So yep, that's pretty much everything. Bakelite, I always loved Bakelite. I always thought it was really pretty for some reason. And I'm probably gonna have a video restoring or cleaning these up. If you look on my YouTube about me, there's links to TikTok and Instagram. There's stuff on TikTok that isn't on YouTube because it's too long for the shorts duration. And on Instagram, there's still photographs of stuff. There's a lot of stuff on Instagram that won't be on YouTube because I couldn't really warrant making a whole video about it. So I'm about out of memory here on my device, but until I get cut off, let's see. This is some polish that I got from a British company called Conservation Resources. I'm going to probably try reviewing some of their products. This is polishing paste number 5 for Bakelite. So usually you want to have it pretty clean before you do it, so you don't rub in the dirt into the Bakelite or scratch it. But we're going to just do one area right here. I'm going to show you just how pretty Bakelite can be, boy. Yeah, I know people like cleaning videos, and I can make a bunch of cleaning videos. See that there? Yep, I always loved Bakelite. They made a lot of stuff out of Bakelite. A lot of little personal accessories like, you know, cigarette lighters and combs and razors and everything. I think in Germany they still make razors that you can buy that are exactly like the World War II ones. They're made out of like Bakelite still. I'm kind of a nerd for stuff like that. Yep, sometimes this Bakelite has got like little pieces of burlap or something in it, like impregnated into it. The Germans experimented with a lot of like compressed wood and different type of replacement, what they call ersatz materials. So yep, there's that Bakelite. It's real pretty, Bill. Pretty right there. Yep. Yeah, this is all going to have to be cleaned. I'm going to have to put solvents in here to dissolve that rust and take it apart really carefully without, definitely don't want to get in there and just try taking them out when they don't want to come out and boogering up and stripping those slots right there. I'm really a stickler about that. So anyway, I think I pretty much rambled on about all I can ramble on about with these field telephones. So I hope you liked the video. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.